it's JC Banks with After5 podcast. It is 2026, and I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I received this special package from Ponderosa. Now, listen, I may be saying it a little wrong, Poquito Espanol, but this is the best tequila that you will ever try. So, just a little history. Of course, it's woman-owned. I love it so much because a lot of the proceeds go to breast cancer. I'm not a breast cancer survivor, but I'm a cancer survivor, so it just spoke a lot to me. Now, this is from Mexico, as you know, but you can get this anywhere local in Chicago, but we're here in ATL, and I just wanted to bring this to you. Let's do a review and try this. So, let's take this off. I love the packaging, just from, Ponderosa's on everything. Let me get these taken off. This is like a Blanco and a Rebel. Let's see. Okay, it's coming out great. And where's my glass? Alright, here we go. Okay. I'm gonna try this because typically I just like to try the tequila. And right off the bat, it very, let's see, I'm getting more of the agave, peppery, kind of also something sweet, like a green apple as well.
It's strong.
Make this hair on your chest. I really don't want any hair on my chest, but hey. So they sent a great little recipe card. This one is the Ponderosa Paloma. And yeah, so I'll make sure that we post this so you can try. But please go support them. They're woman owned. Again, you can get it in Chicago. It's produced in Mexico. Some of the proceeds go to breast cancer. So this is my first time doing an actual review. Thank you so much for sending it to me. I've been watching this brand for over a year, just a full process. And one thing about it also is no additives, and that is so important that we know exactly what we're putting into our bodies. And I love that they're so proactive in showing that. So go pick it up, you guys. Welcome back, guys. This is my first episode of 2026. Now, I don't know if you watched any of my other episodes, but the last time we talked about business 101. I don't know if you follow us on TikTok. If you don't, you should. After5 podcast on TikTok. Okay, make sure you like, share, and follow. So we talked a little bit about business 101, but as you all know, Sister Romeo, she really did it with your side hustle, little Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Okay, listen, this is how you can turn your side hustle or your passion into dreams. You really have to go after it and just be consistent. So, being that, of course, my husband and I own a liquor store, Prohibition Liquor Wine in Smyrna, said, why not give it a try? So, here we go. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling low, Cold Hard Mike's is the way to go. Please tag Cold Hard Mike's, okay? And then please stop and get some at your local liquor store. Do you feel like we're in a recession? I'm just really confused about what's going on in 2026. And I never talk about politics or things of that nature, but this isn't about politics. This is just day-to-day living. It's just everything seems a little bit difficult right now. As a small business owner, just really getting, health insurance. I hear a lot about my son. He's in college right now, and I am paying a crazy amount of money for him to go to school. And I'm just like, nobody did that for me. I worked hard and grind, but sometimes as parents, we feel like, we want our children to have a better start, than we had. But also, that's what made me exactly who I am, the grit and the grind, everything that I had to go through. So that made me kind of value to keep it. But I'm paying I'm not gonna say school, but I'm paying $47,000 a year. And he has a great career. I think it's psychology. Changes a lot, you guys. But I'm just wondering when everything is going on. I just want to stop and see if what we're putting out, we're going to get back, and then when we get it back, it's going to reflect that. So that's something that I've just been really paying attention to, just with the market. Just the other day, the president, on X, said something about that he wanted to take us back into prohibition and ban liquor, and I just, I have nothing to say. But the name of my liquor store is Prohibition Liquor and Wine, so I thought that was funny. So I'm just looking at certain things that we invest, we do businesses in, but like who really controls, the businesses and the money? Because look, a liquor store, you think this is a safe investment, and then, could a law or something change to really affect, your livelihood? That's something we need to look at and think about when we're selecting our careers, selecting our, jobs, going to college. If I'm going to college for business, is it worth me to pay $150,000 for a business degree? I am not saying it's not, but I personally don't think the MBA has the same value, as it did years ago. You have people that's on TikTok, social media, and they haven't went to college at all, and they're making just as amount of money as lawyers. I'm a lawyer or a doctor, so it's important to really find out who you are, what you're good at, what problem you're solving. Look at that for like the life that you have. So now I'm taking a step back and looking at all of my investments and looking at today's time, where when I started Web, building an app from scratch, learning how to code, and now you have no code apps. So I think it's important that we look at society, look at where things are going, like politically, because they affect you mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. So when we make the decisions on what's going on, in our careers or what we want to do, we want to make sure that we're not in a recession. And I mean a recession within ourselves, a recession with our finances, a recession with our business, a fucking recession with our marriages. People are really going through it. Is marriage a contract? That's for another subject to, talk about. But here I like to give it to you quick, fast, raw, but exactly, direct. So, just ponder on those ideas. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you would like me to talk about here on this podcast. Now, we do our podcast a little different. I like to say podcast reels because I like to keep it simple, direct, as I said before, 7 to 10 minutes long, but talking about real topics, things that are happening in life, business. So if you have a specific topic that you would like me to touch on, either as a business owner, a wife, a lawyer, a mother, just let me know. Just comment below or just DM me, but just let me know what you would like to hear. And also check us out every Thursday, sometimes after 5, because like I say, a long day truly starts after 5. Bye.